And hello, very good evening, a very warm evening. In fact, certainly going to be another hot one, I think, again. Good evening to Andrew. Yes, indeed, you're the first one. Yippee! Good evening, Amaze, and hope you're all well. And let's get going then tonight. And good evening to Scooby as well. Yeah, well, how are you? Our reigning champion. First time that I've been able to say that, of course. So well done to you. And Scooby is grinding. Interesting. Right, let's have a look at what we have coming up in store tonight. Good evening to Josh as well. Hope you're well. We'll start off this week with a Lumo reskin from the Creators Club for the Voyager. You can't change the PIS display. Of course, this will be bound for Stirling. We'll take the short journey from Stafford to Crewe. Riviera Line takes us back nearly a year since Train Sim World 6 was released, and we'll drive the 802 from Exeter St David's to the seaside to Paignton. Well, last week's Champion's Choice was quite simply a load of rubbish. We'll see what N8 Scooby has in store this time around after he won the championship for the very first time last Sunday. Then we're back on Josh's OTS 2019 Birmingham Crewe timetable, and for UPC users it's now available on the Train Sim community website. We'll further our adventures with a full Crewe to New Street Virgin Trains Voyager. The short hop and all stations with a Class 323 from New Street to Wolves. And then to finish with a Class 90 Freightliner double-headed into Crewe Basford Hall. I've not looked at your download count, Josh, but hopefully things have been going well for you. Very glad that it's all out and about for everybody to enjoy, and hopefully anybody that has got it up and running are as enjoying it. I know I certainly have been. Yeah, plenty to look forward to, and yes, indeed, yeah, looking forward to Scooby's Champion's Choice. I think we'd all raise a guess as to the type of traction that might be on offer, but we will wait and see. You might just surprise us. You never know. You can look. Yeah, I think it's been going exceptionally well. Now, the strange thing is, the 323 scenario, 'cause I watched a bit of the stream last night, and I got the announcement pack in, and then it didn't work for me. And then I messed around with it for a bit, got it to work, went to bed thinking, right, that's all sorted, and then I've switched it on today and it doesn't work again. So I think we'll be running it without the announcements on, unfortunately, but all good, hopefully. And I've also figured out something that has been bothering me for ages, because I've been kind of crawling into the likes of Birmingham New Street and London Euston, and I've tried taking out DX12 in the settings for the launch, and it seems to have made a real difference. So I don't know whether you might get more micro stutters during the actual general services, but it's certainly made a massive difference coming into the bigger station. So I'm hoping that'll be the case. Brilliant! Yeah, over 200. But yeah, we'll certainly have a look at that a little bit later on. The very first one we're doing on the Lumo, that's with the current timetable, but that's just so as it fits in with the idea of it being the present day. Good evening, Joshua. So hope you're well. No, I wouldn't say so. I think Saturday night's the perfect time for a release, actually, and it's good to see a nice long stream to go with it as well. I partly had a bit of a look at one or two bits and pieces, but also I was just messing around, having a thought about one or two things for today. But it's lovely to see Birmingham New Street looking so busy, to see Stafford looking so busy, Wolverhampton. It's really, really enjoyable route, and again, it's brought it a bit like what we said before, but it's kind of brought it back to life in terms of the interest again, which is fabulous. We are starting off with Birmingham to Crewe, so as I say, to begin with, we're just going to do the modern timetable, just so as that do the Evero, not the Evero, the Lumo service. So for the moment, I've got the these modern naval things switched on, and the service is going to be 1 Hotel 17. So of course it'll have Manchester Piccadilly on the front. Of course, in reality, it would be different time, different service. It would be off to Stirling, but you can't change the PIS display, can you? Unfortunately. So I did think about possibility. I might do a free roam run with this in the future, but it's the only way you wouldn't be able to have the right destination in whichever way you do it, really, because Stirling isn't available anyway, is it, as a possible destination on it. So we'll do a couple of runs that are sort of non your route. Then we'll do Champion's Choice, and then for the second part of the evening, we'll move on to those 3 runs with your timetable. So this is the Lumo. Okay. It even says 222, which I quite like. I know it's not exactly the same as the exactly the same unit. We can see it better actually once we're out of the station. So let's just get everything switched on with it. Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, this is only literally just this isn't even free roam. This is using a timetable mode on the original modern timetable. So yeah, it's too short. So yeah, that assuming it does couple together in formation designer, as you say, then that's worth a shout. We're due off at 07:26. Yeah, be quite good actually. I mean, if I was doing it as a free roam, and in theory you could kind of do Euston to Preston, probably to Crewe initially until we got the modern timetable for Crewe Preston. Then I would definitely need to try and tinker around and try and get the right formation for it. Yes, I must say, I've only done I haven't tried the 153 actually. I was kind of...
The next station is Wolverhampton. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we do about the announcements either. That's the other thing. But I think if we, at least if we're doing it in free roam, then you wouldn't have that issue. Yeah, it really does actually, doesn't it? I think it's nice to see that. Get a first glimpse of it when we get through the bridge here at Birmingham New Street. Yeah, it does look absolutely stunning livery, and it's been very nicely applied as well. I love all those little circles and all the writing on the side of it as well. Oh, I didn't realise actually. Yeah, of course we are double-headed here, so you know, I'm sure when I tried it out last night that we were only one unit. Oh well, we've got a cross country on the back. So really, we're I suppose this service is kind of it's a cross country service, but cross country of we're running short on Voyagers and had to hire an Lumo one for the day. I think this service has actually hit the headlines in the news this last week because I think the toilets have been a problem on them. So I think they've done something like they've had to make a stop at an extended stop at Preston to allow people to for a toilet break. It's a bit like going on a coach trip and stopping at the services. Well, actually, Amazed Taze. Oh, good evening, Andrew, by the way. Hope you're well. I've had the same issue. I can't log in either, weirdly. So I think I'd already got this saved, thankfully. But I was actually thinking of going to do a service with the refurbished cross-country page. But it seems like whatever they did the other day with the update, it doesn't work properly. So I suspect it's not only you, it's me as well. So I was trying to work out, you know, if I'd done something stupid, but no, I can't log on either. I'm logged into Dovetail Live, but then I can't log in. If I try and log in on Creators Club, I get a 404 error message. Good evening, Dom. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was. I was just having a little play around with it last week because I've been meaning to do a video on the passengers on Train Sim World for a while, and when I got to Windsor, I thought, that's the one I need. I'm not, to be honest, Andrew. I feel a bit guilty because I feel as though I'm always missing out on your videos. I must get round to catching up. It's a bit of a weird formation going on here, but it'll do us. Good evening, Brian. Yeah, hope you're well. But yeah, cheers for the kind comments on the old TSW thing. I thought it was about time, and I feel as though a video like that perhaps adds a little more value than just putting a comment up on the forums. They put the update, didn't they, to the Derby line release on Friday. So I think they said something along the lines of it's getting a bit closer. So we've got the German route, that what is it, Nuremberg Ingolstadt, coming out this week, isn't it? So I'm guessing perhaps the Derby line's going to be in the next couple of weeks. Somehow I'm getting to Guy covering live stream. Lost you there. I think it'll be. I'm not looking to buy instantly because I kind of feel I've got loads of German routes that I don't play. But I was very, very taken with the new sounds on the ice train. That sounded absolutely incredible. And much improved than whatever we've seen before. But I mean, the disappointing thing for me on that is, it's like, why can't you apply that to all the other ice trains? You just kind of know that they'll never ever do that. They'll never go back. I don't know. It might be that those sounds aren't appropriate for all the other ice trains, but it just feels as though when they make an improvement, it's never kind of carried out and done across the board. Yeah, I'm fine, Andrew. Yeah, it's a very warm one. We had a hint as we were having Sunday lunch and sitting out where it was a bit muggy, and we got a bit of a cloud cover, so it wasn't. It had lost the freshness about it a little bit. Oh, I see. You did a live at Llandudno Junction. Excellent. That's great. Keep an eye on these signals. This is Samwell and Dudley. Yeah, you're not getting it, Joshua. Right. Yeah. But yeah, very, very impressed with the sounds. I mean, it's I didn't watch it all. I watched just bits and pieces of the stream, but it's again, it's one of those routes where I don't think there's much stopping going on, is there? So it's kind of another bit of another route, as far as I can gather. I think the problem sometimes with German routes is, well, to me anyway, they're very, very long, and you kind of want to see two major cities connecting with each other, but it's almost like too much to do. Right, is that what it is? 30 minutes end to end. Yeah, that's just not really enough. I can't remember what the price is as well. Is it the normal $29.99, or is it a bit cheaper? But for that sort of length, you know, it's nice to be able to go high speed. I suppose that's the thing, because you're going so fast. You're actually doing it in such a short space of time. I suppose route length-wise, it's probably fairly typical. Good evening, Mohan. Hope you're well. Yeah, you're 100% English stuff, are you, Joshua? I mean, I am mainly, and well, you'll know that from the live streams, because it's exceptional that I actually drive any of the routes that aren't English. But I'm kind of sort of half interested in the other countries, but I'd love to see another Dutch route. Because you sometimes feel as though they make a great play, DTG, about all the effort that's gone into gaining the approval and the support of the various country, only for it then to disappear and never to be seen as another route. Shortbread Land. Yes, I must do that. I'm not actually sure what my plans are, because actually I've got next weekend, or on Friday, I finish for 2 weeks holiday. I've got 2 weeks and a day off. So I'm not totally sure what I'm doing. I'll probably do some train travelling, but I must think about this week where I'm going. I'll probably have a few nights away. Yeah, we'll certainly be taking a bit of a look a bit later on, once more, on Josh's OTS timetable. So this is just set in the present day, this one. This is just to, it wouldn't look appropriate having a Lumo on the 2019 timetable. So gone with this for now. And I just thought, well, we'll start the stream off with something slightly different looking. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Yes, I think it was first time I ever went to Highlands, 2004, and me and my brother went camping, and I can't believe it thinking about it, but it was literally the same kind of period in August, middle of August we went. Good evening, Bob. Yeah, I'm fine. Hope you're well. Yeah, it's been good so far. Nothing too exciting, just sat outside as ever for Sunday lunch, and preparing for the stream, really. It's a bit of a play on my name, Andrew, to be honest with you. That's kind of came up with the idea. The debate was whether to call myself Flower Power or Power Flower. And funnily enough, we had some. I think it's like some sort of pet spray that we use, and that's actually called Flower Power. So I thought I'll come up with Power Flower. Just got one of those names that's quite handy for all sorts of different possibilities, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not totally sure. I've got a suspicion that I do fancy having another go on the Manchester to Cardiff line. So whether I'm going to end up going up to Scotland, I don't know. Yeah, you like British, German, Swiss routes. Too bad there's only 3 Swiss routes and the standard gauge route 1 is empty. Yeah, and again, it's another example, I guess, of things that were released in a blaze of glory and then quietly forgotten about. Now, I think I'm right in saying is this where the that Wolverhampton? I'm trying to remember where the Wolverhampton terminal is. The steel terminal, somewhere around here, isn't it? So
we are now approaching Wolverhampton. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Where are we? Oh, yes. I think I was forced stop there, wasn't I? Power Flower and Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, there's 1 or 2 knocking about. I think I've been triggered by the TPWS, haven't I? Still on red though. Just crawl up to the signal for now. Again, in this sunlight, right, we're on green now, we're okay. Yeah, that would be quite good. Yeah, I think we've only had the one example where you could really talk to the signal, and that's on Medway Valley route, isn't it? I think, in all honesty, Joshua, I think they've been building towards it for some time. So it was an inevitability, really, and I think sometimes, what's the expression about pushing? The fact is, they just, there's only so far they can go, and we all want kind of better routes. We want more demanding routes. We want more interesting routes, and I think the problem is just the old consoles. You just can't do that with the best will in the world. There's only so far you can go, unfortunately. So I think it was an inevitability. I know if if you own one of the Gen 8s, you're not necessarily gonna love the idea, but I think it was just life, really. I think they just had to do it. Yeah, sadly the case,
This is Wolverhampton.
Andrew.
This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
Yeah, so give us a better chance probably here now to look at this reskin. And of course it's not an exact replica, because the 222 is not exactly the same as the 220 in many respects. There you go. Lumo is proudly from Preston, connecting London and Scotland. So yeah, so with the wrong formation, should be longer than 4 carriages, as Josh was saying, and also we've got a cross-country one stuck on the back. So it's only it's kind of the only way of doing it in timetable mode, really. Yeah, I think they've just been trying to appease for too long, really, haven't they, DTG? And I think it just had to be done. Talking about passengers, Wolverhampton's one of those places where you just don't get any passengers at all. Yeah, that'd kind of go along with, well, it would fit on with the Midland Main Line, wouldn't it? What we've got now, but would be even more so if they upgraded it. Yeah, it's I think there's something weird about the way the pipes for the toilets all connected. It was not a very well done concept. Right, there we go. So green means go. Love the sound of this starting up, though. I think it does sound amazing. It's only just occurred to me, actually. I I don't think this one Hotel 17 was the one I had in mind yesterday, because I was the one I showed from the intro was from Stafford. This was supposed to be Stafford to Crewe, so we're in for a bit of a longer ride here than I was anticipating. It was supposed to only be a quick run from Stafford to Crewe, but never mind. Dropped a bit of a clanger there, not for the first time. Yeah, there's something about it, isn't it? That Lumo livery. It's the same with the East Coast one as well. It's certainly quite striking. And it was a few months ago now, but I was driving home from work, and I was going between Stafford and Crewe, and it was before they actually came into operational service. It was just in testing, and I saw it, and I was thinking, I thought straight away that, wow, that looks good, and I didn't even get a proper line side view of it. Absolutely, Andrew, yeah. Yeah, so things are clicking now in my mind. That's why when I recorded the intro, then that's why there was no cross-country unit plonked on the back. So yeah, this wasn't supposed to be one Hotel 17. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I was indeed, yeah. So we're all just waiting and wondering now, and it's only, what, 3 weeks and a couple of days until we get the announcement of Dovetail Direct and all the TSW6 stuff that's coming out. And again, the jury's out really whether we're going to get all these releases out in time, but I kind of wouldn't be surprised if Tadami Line came out in a couple of weeks, and then it's a debate then on whether we're going to get the Class 70 and the North London Line extension before crack, it's as though the shaders are loaded up here, before TSW7 comes up. Good point, Joshua. Yeah, yes, I've even wrote it down. It's supposed to be Crewe Milton Keynes this run. Yeah, you're right. I did. Because the point being that obviously the real Lumo train wouldn't obviously go via Birmingham anyway. So we've got a little bit of an extra bit of running tonight anyway. Chance to get up to 125 mile an hour on this stretch between Wolverhampton and Stafford. can't believe though that you know, it's approaching 12 months ago when we first got the announcement of Riviera Line, and that included this Voyager, and we're all kind of buzzing and excited about the Voyager coming out, and now we're racing away. So, how many of you, I kind of don't know out of the group of you that's in the chat, all of you, who play this on PC, but those that play the game on the PC, how many of you have managed to pick up the Crewe Birmingham timetable, the OTS Josh one, I mean? And if you have, well, I think needless to say you'll be enjoying it, but be interested to know your thoughts. Race through Paignton. We're missing Pete at the moment. He always has a disparaging remark or two to say about Paignton. Oh, fantastic, Dom. Yeah. Yeah, again, there's great variety, and it'll be good to. I think he's planning on putting the sleeper in at some point, hopefully, and the RHTT trains, and also when you pass beneath the Smethwick Galton Bridge, then I know it's only a small section of line, but I think he said there's plans to put in the trains that go over there as well, which is always something that's been missing since day one when this route came up. Yeah, brilliant, Brian. Yeah. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, we'll have a look. What platform should we be looking out on, Andrew? And I think as well, the other thing is possibly more rail tours as well. Oh, and the other thing I think is the Class 70, when that comes out, that's going to be substituted in hopefully fairly soon. Oh, cracky. Massively missed that 95 there. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, the Class 70. Very much looking forward to it. I think it's, you know, again, it's going to add a lot more playability having another freight loco in the game. The other thing as well is when you download it, it's just worth spending just a bit of time just reading the manual, because DTG don't really do manuals nowadays. But the manual itself is just so interesting to read, and covers. Oh. Right, now then. I've got an issue here. Has my battery gone in my keyboard? Oh. Oh no. That was just a very long lag.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform and take care when stepping down from the
Crikey,
train.
that was a long lag. But yeah, it's well worth a read. The manual. It's a work of art in its own right, and great to see. Yeah, it was there, very laggy. The game basically froze on me completely, which is
Stafford.
quite
This
unusual.
Is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station is Crewe.
Crewe, Stockport, and Manchester Piccadilly.
Again, another of those stations where there's not a lot of passengers going on. It's a Liverpool Lime Street service, but we're due off, I think, before that. Right, so this was supposed to be our starting location. Yeah, Bob was saying, I think we need the classes 24, 25, then carry on with the 80 stuff. Probably would be a JT build. Yeah, you could certainly see the 25 as being a unit, whether they'd go as far as to do the 24 as well. But the 25s were such a heavily used loco. And again, and I know I say this every time we talk about first gen stuff, but a first generation EMU would be overhead AC EMU would be lovely, but at the moment we don't really have a route that it's worth doing it on. You kind of need Crewe Liverpool for that. Yeah, 100% Dom, yeah. And no, I don't think they've quite got that far, have they, with the announcements. I can't see us. If they did, they'd probably start getting it wrong, I suspect. Yeah, I can remember 12 months ago, I think we kind of knew that something like the Riviera line was coming, but we didn't know what part of it would be done, and I was kind of just hoping and praying, I think, this time last year that it wasn't going to be the announcement wasn't going to be sort of Exeter to Paignton, And by adding in Plymouth, it added in straight away a bit of playability, which was good to see. I mean, I think there's been a lot of speculation about the northern trains routes, but whether that's good enough to be the premiere, I don't know, and I'm not sure that it will be. But on the other hand, you don't tend to get more than one UK route with the announcement, do you? It tends to be just one UK route, and then something else to come in, probably not that far behind. This train is formed of 22 carriages. I would imagine so. I would imagine so. And I know without any shadow of a doubt that Scooby would love to see a 91, as we mentioned endless times. But that would be lovely. I think you kind of need to connect up. You know, if there's no upcoming plans for King's Cross to Peterborough, then you kind of need to connect Leeds and Doncaster. We are a bit laggy on this one. Don't know why. Very laggy, in fact. One thing about the announcements, and I didn't mention this in the video, but one thing they have finally improved on is that you no longer get the announcement saying, for example, at Paignton, it no longer says this train is for Paignton only. At least it now does say this train was from London Paddington and terminates here, which is pretty good. Yes, they do. So they don't go via Birmingham. As I say, I dropped a slight clanger. I was meant to do this run on Crewe Milton Keynes, so it's just going to be Stafford to Crewe. But it's it's part of it. London Euston to Stirling. So I think it goes up as far as Motherwell. Doesn't go to Glasgow, and takes a slightly circuitous route to get to Stirling. Oh, very much so, Andrew. Yeah, just happens to be one of the stations that's really near to me as well. Is Crewe, but yeah, it's one of the great stations of the country. It's not the most amazing of towns, to be honest. Crewe's a pretty small place, but as a railway place, it remains. It's one of those places that people have probably never been to the place, but many people up and down the country have changed trains at Crewe without knowing much about it. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, in all honesty, they're not going to do the 222 just for the West Coast Main Line. It's going to be, if they do it, it'll be something for the the Midland Main Line really, and then probably somebody would just do a reskin of it, which would be fine. When we get to Crewe, I will remember to switch off the kind of the reskin for the other units, just so that we don't get random liveries popping up all over the place in the remaining journeys that we do today. I mean, of course, they are gradually being kind of wiped out by the 810s, aren't they, on the East Midlands Railway services? But I still remember the time when the Meridian units were brought in to replace gradually replace the HST services. Although that took quite a while, they had them running in tandem for an absolute age. I'm surprised how laggy this is, actually. I don't know whether it's kind of using a reskin, and I don't know. I can't imagine there any reskin to be more intensive than another one, but this one seems to be particularly problematic. And whenever I've run up here before with the cross-country Voyager, I've not had any problems like this before. Yes, it seems as though that's all a bit of a mess at the moment. I mean, you posted a link on Discord about the issue, didn't you? It's amazing how I mean the IETs are kind of so well established now on both the LNER with Great Western Railway. With the Avanti Evero units as well as Lumo have got some on East Coast. You got whole trains have got them. You know, really thought that the design and the concept would have been totally ironed out by now, and there would be absolutely no problems. But it seems as though there are issues with the 810s anyway. Get some speed up a bit here, actually, otherwise no point in crawling about at just over 100 when we have 110 miles an hour as the maximum speed. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, that could be a possibility. I mean, there's surely the two new, in terms of, they're not going to be scrapping them, are they? They're not that old. So when, I might have asked this before, but do we have any sort of date as to when ETCS might be kind of live and up and running on the East Coast Main Line? I suppose it might be, well, it'd be done incrementally. It might not all be done in one go, or are they planning on doing all the lot in one big fail swoop? Right, 2030. Yeah. Does make you wonder, though. I mean, if we're doing train simulating in, you know, another 10 years' time, I mean, how much of the UK network will be left that isn't ETCS? So it might be kind of all this present day signals and everything else and the way we do things now. It might be, well, we can only do that by representing an older former times. So do they at the moment? Right, okay, that's interesting. They've done 2 parts already. The bit where you are at Welling Garden City to Hitchin. I suppose it's just, at the moment, just speculation, isn't it, over the 387 going to Northern. So that isn't operational, though, at the moment, is it, the ETCS bit anywhere on the East Coast Main Line, is it? yeah, that's what I was thinking, Josh. But you never know, stranger things have happened. I think you're thinking of remember, like with the 319, which of course was a mainstay on mainstay on Midland Main Line, really, wasn't it? And then came up to Northern. Northern have very often had the older units. Right, okay, yeah, the Moorgate section to Drayton Park, isn't it? Yeah, which I suppose makes sense because that's effectively like tube operation, isn't it? Oh, that's a freight liner without any containers on the back. Ah, okay, Hitchin regular signalling and ETCS. Right, okay. That's interesting. We're coming into platform 1 again. I think last week when I brought the Flying Banana into platform 1, what was it, platform 1? I'm trying to think. I think it is. Pretty sure it's platform 1, but it's a bit of an unusual platform to be entering. I mean, you know, I suppose throughout history, there's always been changes, you know, many changes that have been done, but kind of the movement towards ETCS is going to be such a huge change, the like of which has never really been done on the railway network before. Get some brakes on. We certainly don't want to be at risk of being hit by the red signal. I did hear the bit where Tom was saying last night about coming a cropper with this signal coming up. It did happen to me once on the stream. I remember chatting away to Pete. I think we were talking about buffet cars or some such nonsense, and I came flying in towards Crewe, completely missed the red signal. Yeah, southern southeastern, because of course they've got the third rail ability, haven't they? So at least they have a bit of flexibility. I think it's pretty much approach control, this signal. Yeah, definitely, Andrew, yeah. Oh, good evening, the Real Sim Central. I'm fine, thanks. How are you? So try and crawl towards this, and if we can see the TPWS ramps, then we'll make sure we get down low enough. Here's the AWS first of all. Yeah, we're definitely on red at the moment. Ah, no, we've been signalled in, haven't we? We're okay. Yeah, I'm great, thank you. Yeah, all good, and yeah, always good to be. Oh, there we go. London Euston, 145 miles. I'm not sure that's right. I'm sure it's 158 miles to Euston from Crewe. Yeah, well,
approaching Crewe. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
yeah, I think yeah, ScotRail very, very conscious that a lot of the summer traffic has got a lot of a tourist vibe about it. I'd love to go on the steam train from Fort William sometime as well next time I'm up in Scotland, but the trouble is you've got to sometimes if you're lucky you can do it on the day, but you pretty much have to book for it. Yeah, there we go. So having said I've never come into platform 1 before, that's twice in 2 weeks. Quite like the rust that's showing, the peel paint on the canopy there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've got some footage of it leaving Fort William Station, having been on the sleeper, because of course it was very much waiting for us on the adjoining platform as we came in. Now then, oh, we're going to go somewhere on the roof there. There's the Crewe Arms Hotel, incidentally. And then we'll have a quick look down here. Lumo. Lumo. So this, in reality, would be different time of the day, and would be a Stirling service anyway. Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. Yeah, it's so I've been to Fort William twice on the sleeper. Once to Inverness. I quite fancy if I do it another time, and it probably won't be this time because it's a bit, to be honest, it's a bit expensive. That's the problem. So chances are I won't. But I'd love to do Aberdeen at some point. So slightly extended opening run, a bit longer than I was planning for there, but there we go. So before I move on, I'm just going to change the settings back so that we haven't got livery substitutions, just so that we don't see random liveries on other services. Yeah, so coming up next, we're off to the Riviera line, doing an Exeter to Paignton service, and this really does take us back nearly a year ago when Train Sim World 6 first came out. Yeah, absolutely, and I think there's lots of people that go on it that enjoy the experience just of being on a steam train and going through the Highlands and everything, but there's also that massive excitement because of the fact that it is the Harry Potter train, as you say, and there is that huge link. So that is one of the reasons why I think it is incredibly popular, and I suspect during the summer months, in August in particular, whilst the schools are on holiday, then that's probably another reason why it's generally kind of packed out every day. I think you can order yourself a nice sort of afternoon tea as well, with sort of coffee and scones and all that sort of stuff going on as well, which sounds quite nice. And it's still not the fastest. It's probably a bit faster in places than on a heritage line, but not massively so, because it's there are loads and loads and loads of stations between Fort William and Mallaig, and it's generally quite a slow line. I remember driving it on Train Sim Classic, although I haven't done that for ages either, come to that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? It's I think for train enthusiasts, it's been going a long time before, but it's probably helped to preserve it in some ways, because, you know, I suspect the demand would have been massively lower but for the Harry Potter thing. My mum was quite a Harry Potter fan, actually, so we have been round the studio tour near Watford, and I was quite impressed that they showed you like a bit of the studio set, which was part of like King's Cross Station, and you kind of thought with the architecture that looks as though it's absolutely real, and they clearly probably use an old scrapped Mark 1 or something, but it looked exactly like a Mark 1 compartment, but it was just literally in the studio. Right, so Riviera line next. And we are on the 802. So it's the 8021. And the service we are picking, or we picked for this one, is 1 Charlie 70. This is a London Paddington to Paignton service. So of course you could drive this from Paddington to Reading, but this is the last part of the journey. Thank you very much, everybody that's watching, by the way. And just to say, as ever, anybody watching out there that's hasn't liked and subscribed before, if you consider doing it, would be tremendously grateful. And as I always say, massively appreciate the support, which is over such a long time now. I think I've been kind of YouTubing since 2023, but doing the live streams when TSW6 first came out. So May Stays will remember the very first streams in the early part of September 2 years ago now. So we're approaching nearly 2 years of live streams now.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that was the one bit that I think we were all hugely looking forward to, having Dawlish and the seawall in. And it's, you know, you talk about the iconic West Highland line, which, you know, it undoubtedly is. But what should we be? Never quite know. Marker, I suppose, for daytime. But this is probably one of the most famous railway lines in the country. And I mean, I think this was basically a Rivet Games production as well. Oh, wait a minute, we're talking about funny passenger movements. There's another one. I don't know, they're gonna, that lady, is it a lady or a chap? Can't tell from this angle, but I don't know how he's going to extricate himself from that. He's completely and utterly stuck. You've got those trolleys. Absolutely, mate. Yeah. You definitely deserve a medal for putting up with me for 2 years. It is, Dom. Yeah. I reckon if you route hop back to there in about 20 minutes, and you'll probably find that that movement's still exactly the same. Yeah, well, that's the problem, isn't it, Andrew? They can't get off the trolley, or they can't escape from the trolley. Now, I always think with the... I mean, I think the sounds are really good on this 802, but I'm never totally sure... no, we've already got that on. never totally sure whether it's loud enough for you. So if it's a bit on the quiet side, let me know. Ah, excellent, May says. No, nice to hear. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I might, if I remember when we get to Paignton, I might try and do that fast track thing and have a look, see if that's still going on. I would like to see some improvements in the passengers. I mean, I think last year they did announce with TSW6 that there were going to be improvements made, and I think they made some improvements, but it was a bit negligible, really. There's still a little bit on the broken side. Go up to 100, but you're kind of, you're not too far away from the coastal bit. Then the speed limit comes down quite a bit out once you get to there. I can't remember the last time I saw a passenger arriving in from the sky, but of course that's been a thing before, but it probably still does happen on occasions. By the way, I know we haven't got Azza in attendance. I know he's a great OMSI fan, and I've never been able to. Yeah, it must be the gods. Yeah, I've never kind of brought myself to buy OMSI because it feels like going back to sort of Microsoft Trade Simulator graphic-wise. But I was interested to see the that Fernbus simulator coming out, the UK one, and it looks pretty decent actually. I think I will be getting that. Yeah, I guess so. Josh, but I have to say, I mean, your manual's a real pleasure to read because it kind of gives. I mean, I know because we've had the opportunity of talking to you. You've given us a little bit of an insight into some of the work that's involved in creating a timetable and the complexity that you've done. But it kind of gives a little bit of background there and shows the absolute care and effort that's gone into it, which is amazing. I mean, you're always going to get people asking sort of questions that dead obvious really sometimes, but that's how it goes. And I'm guilty of that on occasions as well. I won't lie. Yeah, we're all in hand, Andrew. Yeah, absolutely. What I would really love to find, that reminds me, Josh, how do I, yeah. What I'd really love to see is when you do get round to putting the Caledonian Sleeper in, I would absolutely love that by then we got proper Mark III Caledonian Sleeper carriages, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Oh, we are stopping at Dawlish, by the way. That's a point worth noting. Yeah, definitely right. Definitely right. And I think the thing is, your reputation procedure, and I mean, it's a year and a few months. I think it come out. Was it something like April last year? The original 2019 timetable for West Coast Mainline South, and then of course we had the Birmingham Cross City one, which was kind of towards the end of last year. Yeah, well, that is something I can really imagine, and also you're probably inevitably going to have the situation where new stuff has come in that you've included on the newer timetable, but on the original one. So there's bound to be things like that. I mean, I'm quite. I think I did say to you on the chat, but I'm quite fascinated by the fact that you can now do. I didn't even realise Wolverhampton to Four Oaks was a service in real life, so it's quite good that you can do a journey that starts from its very starting point and go through to the other end via the two routes. Oh yes, of course, yeah, that is a good point, Andrew. Yeah, I've many a time watched the coast cam, yeah, along here. We race through Dawlish Warren. Found it a bit disappointing that the free roam bit that was included for the walk out of Dawlish station isn't long enough. It'd be nice to have a real extended bit that you can walk along the wall, and I kind of get the feeling that had this been created by Just Trains, they would have allowed a lot more than that. Oh, definitely right, 100%. And I think that the thing is that
we are now approaching Dawlish. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
I think that you know, it's possible to do a reasonable timetable, but I suppose the difference is you've got that little bit more time that you're able to put into it, but to ensure maximum quality. Yeah, and already that's a thing of the past now. The castle sets. Just the ones left in Scotland now, for the time being. Oh, we're even on time here. What's going on?
This is Dawlish. This is a Great Western Railway service to Paignton.
I remember we were remarking last year that we would... Oh, there's a 150 coming in. Yeah, that's going to be such a shame, and that's the end of the era. That's the end of the HST on the network. River there. Again, this camera 8 button. If there's one thing I'd love to see fixed on Train Sim World 7, it's the movement on camera 8. There you go, a bit of crazy golf. Oh, you're supposed to get it through that hole there, and then it'll shoot out. Now, the pedantic in me is saying, oh, that doesn't work, does it? Oh, it is. Yeah, it fires out through the top. Fair enough. Oh, you could have some fun with that one, couldn't you? Yeah, the obligatory lighthouse. I like that. Right, where's the damn train again now? It'll be half-time break, yeah, by the time we get to Paignton, I think. Oh, let's shut the doors now. No, I've shut them already, haven't I? Oh. Locked. Okay. Am I being a bit too quick? Alright, now we're okay. The other possibility is he might start with a 4. Well, expect the unexpected. Yeah, you're going to totally shock us, aren't you? And come up with a Class 87 or something. My hunch is either a 3 or a 4 as the starting number, but we will find out quite soon. So we're where are we time wise? So 18:35. So yeah, I think when we get to Paignton, I'll probably I'll go for the half-time drink because we where are we now? Yeah, definitely. I wonder what the new marketing slogan is going to be this year. Something totally spurious, no doubt, with no real meaning. This really is the spot, isn't it? Excellent. Oh, I'm right out of lattes. Oh, that's a nuisance. I could just fancy one of those caramel lattes. All right, Andrew's mum said hello. Yes, hello to you. Hello to Andrew's mum. Yeah, I think that's a given, isn't it? It's and we were saying this last year. It's kind of like anybody who hopes that all the stuff that's broken TSW6 is going to be fixed for 7. Well, it'll be a case of.
We are now approaching Teignmouth. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
There'll be new faults, I'm sure. Stuff that works perfectly now will be broke for TSW7. Yeah, there's some lovely flavours going on, isn't there? Ah, that's nice to hear, yeah. Lovely to hear, Andrew, yeah. Yeah, send our regards. Yeah, Mrs. Andrew. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Brian.
This is Teignmouth.
Service to Paignton. And Paignton.
There you are, so it's having us down has been a minute late.
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to Paignton. We'll be calling at Newton Abbot, Tor, Torquay and Paignton.
I can't remember if that's a thing for the
The next station is Newton Abbot.
for these Great Western Railway services to Paignton, but yeah, I can't remember calling it Tor too many times. That's the one just before Torquay, isn't it? Yeah, it's an absolutely stunning piece of railway, and I know we were all so excited that this was coming up a year ago. Good evening, GRE 2057. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's definitely improved noticeably the upload speeds, and yeah, it seems pretty consistent. Yeah, I think that was something that, I mean, we waited ages, didn't we, for the Great Western Express remaster to come out, but we weren't disappointed, and I think also when they did the farewell HSD pack, which you can use on this route as well, with all those lovely scenarios that came with it, then you kind of got a lovely combination. Yes, we'll see how much of it we fit in the station. It does include Paignton, Andrew. We'll be terminating at Paignton, and you'll even see, if we're lucky, you'll even see the Dartmouth railway and the steam railway in the platform as well. Yeah, Yeah, I can't remember stopping at Tor before. It just shows there must be absolutely hundreds of services that I've not driven on, even on this timetable, let alone on all the other routes that are available. Yeah, I'm still hoping for me. I should be getting a 1 month free with this being a recommendation from Pete. He's got his 1 month, but I've not heard a thing about it yet. He did acknowledge it when I first signed up for it, but I've had no email confirming it and absolutely nothing. So I'm hoping that'll come in next month. Ah, right, okay. So you mean you've not got this route at all, Andrew? Right, got you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll see whether whether all the doors open when we come into Tor. That'll be interesting. I know you never presume, but the assumption is that the signal coming up is should be approach control and should clear to green as we approach it.
We are now approaching Newton Abbot. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
There we go, we're cleared to yellow. Good evening, Simon. Tram fan, hope you're well. I was having a little go at Tram Sim in relation to a video I've just uploaded the other day. Tram Sim Vienna, and although it's a bit old, I quite enjoyed it. I must get back into that. Right, Andrew's off for a comfort break. Yeah, hope you're well. Thanks for joining us.
This is Newton Abbot.
It's funny though, isn't it? I thought that when this Riviera line came out, that I'm sure DTG said that the passengers were completely fixed on this route. But, I mean, we saw plenty of passengers at Exeter St David's, but there is absolutely nothing and nobody going on here. The station is totally and utterly deserted. Yeah, I love the fact that, I mean, like I was saying, when this was first announced, I have to say, had it been Exeter to Paignton, I would have thought, ooh, that's not amazing, but adding in the Plymouth bit really sold it for me. Right, so we'll find out. The infamous tour is next. Then, of course, all we need now is to fill in some of the other missing bits, and we need sort of Plymouth connected up with St Austell, and sort of Reading connected up with Exeter, but I think both of those will be humongously long routes and probably not very likely to happen. I think even, say, Exeter to Cardiff, although, you know, probably just about doable, would be a very long route in its own right. I feel as though I've not driven enough of those 150 services as well. I quite enjoy driving the 150. I think Dom was saying, if I remember rightly, that I think, have you more or less completed all of the 150 timetable services? Oh, good evening, Andy, by the way. Ah, brilliant. Managed to get finished at work in time for the stream. Ah, brilliant. Oh, fancy having to work on a Sunday. That's not good. Next station, please, join the middle 4 carriages. Yes. Now I've made all this fuss about tour, I better make sure they're actually stopped there as well. Never any guarantees, of course. This guy, people work so that I know. Yeah, I must admit, for me, that, you know, weekends are sacrosanct, and, but I mean, I did work Saturday mornings for 13 years. I used to do 9 till 1 on a Saturday in the old insurance brokers that I worked at. But we used to have Thursday afternoon to compensate, so we used to finish the half-day closing. Now that's an old-fashioned sounding concept, but we closed at 1 PM on Thursday. But yeah, I got used to doing Saturday mornings. But I have to confess that when I changed jobs 25 years ago now, I was quite pleased to get the full weekends back. Of course, in railway terms, it's absolutely superb time to be out on the tracks and getting stuff done when the railways are a little bit quieter, and sort of bank holidays and Christmas and everything. Wow, Dom, only 2 services left to do for the 150 timetable, then it will be done 4 months down the line and hard hour-long services. Wow, that's amazing. There's even one or two that I think do Plymouth to Paignton, Plymouth to Exeter as well, isn't there? As if I recall rightly. I kind of never thought about doing it for the stream because it just seemed like a bit long, but yeah, it's quite a fun unit to drive. I know Pete isn't an advocate of the 150, but I don't know. I quite like driving the 150. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, Andrew was off for his comfort break. I think when he was saying he didn't have Paignton, but he did have. I think what he meant was he's got the Great Western Express. I've got a feeling with Trainsim Classic that Tor was one of those stations where I almost used to get confused and went to stop there when you were stopping at Torquay, but it's perhaps a bit easier laid out. Yeah, that I can imagine because it's a proper old roller coaster of a ride, isn't it?
We are now approaching Tor. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform and take care when stepping down from the train.
Yeah, it's something like, is it Paignton Bank? Kind of forgotten. There's that huge one just after Newton Abbot, but even all the way to Plymouth, it's very, very up and down, isn't it? So what we'll try and do is we'll go right to the end of the platform and try and get as much of it in as possible. And it is signposted for 10 carriages.
This is Tor.
Let's have a look, let's see. Ah! Oh, that's good. That is great to see. I love that. So the last 4 carriages, the doors are closed. That's good. There's the old school sort of GWR station sign as well.
The next station is Torquay.
remember being thrilled when announcements came in with TSW6, and that was one of the things that was kind of probably quite high up on the list of things I was looking forward to having. Yeah, I mean, there's been fits and starts. You know, we've had some announcements that used to work now don't, like Manchester Airport Commuter, and you know, I know nearly all of them are AI generated, so it would be nice to have the proper recordings in for North London Line.
Torquay. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
I mean, I kind of assume here that there used to be, I don't know if there was a middle platform, but you kind of get the impression there was certainly another running line.
This is Torquay.
Again, nicely done there, that bridge. That could be like Faulty Towers, actually, the hotel. Not sure about that one there. That feels like a generic set of apartment blocks. Might be realistic, I don't know. Yeah, the weird thing is, I think if you wanted to go to Penzance, you'd probably most likely have to go to Newton Abbot and then slightly come back on yourself, wouldn't you, I think? Yeah, obviously a much longer platform here at Torquay, so we can fit all of the train into the station.
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to Paignton. We'll be calling at Paignton only. The next station is Paignton.
Yeah, totally agree. It's it remains classy, Torquay does. You know, not all seaside places are classy, but Torquay certainly is, and very nice. I love Cornwall, but it's too busy for me. I mean, to be honest with you, if you're going to go Cornwall, I probably prefer to do it on the train, because certainly in the summer you're in the situation of going to car parks and that are absolutely rammed, and it's a bit too popular. Welcome back, Andrew. Scooby says 357. That's got me stunned into silence. Yes, I think as if by magic, we're in virtually perfect timing for half time. Coffee actually, so with bang on 7 o'clock. Again, you get your lovely beachside views as well coming along this stretch. You usually can't, yeah, Andrew, yeah, absolutely. That's one of your brother always says, I don't know how you manage to keep waffling on. He says, what on earth do you have to say? But, I mean, that's really all thanks to you amazing people in the chat, because you help to keep the conversation flowing, so it's good, and sometimes it's quite good to even wander away from trade stuff, because it's there's so many things you can talk about. But yeah, I mean, for me, if you're making a comparison between, say,
We are now approaching Paignton, where this train terminates. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
On behalf of the on-train crew, thank you for travelling with Great Western Railway.
Yeah, we are yellow, aren't we?
Pleasant onward
If I had to make a direct comparison between, say, the Highlands of Scotland and Devon and Cornwall, the one thing I think where the Highlands wins is the sheer kind of quietness. That is my only thing, because sort of Devon and Cornwall is so accessible from London and the southeast. There we go for the famous level crossing. Steam trains, boat trips. That's the entrance to the Dartmouth Steam Railway. Oh, we've got the 150 coming in as well. So they kind of wander off down to the bottom towards Goodrington Sands and turn round, don't they? That's kind of how they use both platforms. So this is more or less this is essentially a terminated station. Yeah, definitely, Andrew. Yeah, I mean, I do find it quite difficult. So that's kind of one reason why I have to pick a freight service at the end, because although I really enjoy doing the freights, it's kind of slightly less concentration, because you haven't got to worry so much about with stopping you know, sort of stations. So there we are, we've got the I don't know what time that's due off. Yeah, I noticed before, I don't think you ever get any passengers on this. There we go, that's they're enjoying their coffees. And then Sunday train watching, there we go. Well, we've got the right day. Steam locomotive travel is the new trend of the century. Complimentary tea on a business trip, all on board. Good evening, Pete. Sorry I'm late, busy day. I have a note from my mother. Right, okay, fair enough. That's all apologies accepted. But yeah, glad you could join us. We're just about to disappear away. Oh yeah, there's the O8 shunter as well. We're just about to disappear for the half-time break. Just in time for Champion's Choice, which will come after the break from Scooby, of course. Yes, I've yet to actually try this, but I presume if you carried on this into free roam, you would actually take it down and then you would bring it back up to the other platform and do the return service. Wow, 14,100 miles on West Coast Main Line South. I mean, people have asked me before what's your favourite route, and that always has to be the one. There we go. Oh, I didn't realise we've got the pound shop. Apex Sport. I like the kind of the blue. That's oh, which one's that? Yeah, if you kind of keep the camera like too close to the car, it actually stops. Forgot the peak. I suppose I'll have to do it in your undies. Well, there you go. That's fine. Do you know what time we're supposed to arrive in here, by the way? No cycling on the platform, please. Oh, there we go. I think I probably could have pressed doors closed about 5 minutes ago, but oh, there we go. Oh, that's a rare event. Look at that, you see. Speeding none. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Right, so we will find out in a very short while what Champion's Choice is going to be from Scooby. But for a brief moment, I'm just going to go away and make the halftime coffee. So I will be back in just a moment. Yeah, as long as there's no pictures, Pete, by the way. I like that. Very good. Back in a moment. Cue the squeaking chair, of course. Right, okay, here we go. Pete, I have a 6-pack too. Peroni, it's in the fridge. Okay, very good, mate. Pete's on fire as always. At least Champion's Choice can't be worse than last week, or at least it can't be beaten. Yeah, well, that's true. Well, I hope so. Anyway, a fine balance between being funny and a little bit tedious, I suspect. Okay, excellent. Right, okay, so we're going to do an unexpected win. So you're going to do an unexpected scenario on Medway Valley lines called Unexpected Express. Guys, enjoy. Yeah, yes, indeed. The cheeky square. The cheeky square. the squeaky chair returns. Bin simulator. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I think Josh was commenting in the week that he noticed the kind of anguish in my voice when we picked up a bin at Edinburgh Waverley, and it was like, oh no, not another bin. Yes, we'll see if hopefully it will be it will be better. It's got to be easier anyway without the bins to deal with. But nice choice though with Medway Valley, because I've not done Medway Valley for a few weeks, and I think we're all agreed it's kind of one of the highlights of 2026. I keep forgetting about the Firefly team. Of course, we'll be debating and wondering what's next to come from them as well. Oh, I've just seen Brian's comment. For your lateness, Pete, you are sentenced to detention in this squeaky chair for 1 hour. Yeah, the only good thing for you, Josh, is you didn't have to sit through the whole thing live, and you were able to watch it in dispatches. Right, okay, so Medway Valley. Absolutely. Yeah. Right, okay. Yes, I think you're right. Unexpected Express. So, let's give it... Due to an earlier signal failure at Maidstone West, the inbound service forming your train was over half an hour late, and the next 375 is already approaching. To start re-establishing a proper service pattern, you will run fast to Strood. I can't find a way of... Oh, we'll see anyway when we load it up. Yeah, I'm amazed you managed to sit through it all. I think if I'd have been watching, I'd be thinking, oh, I've had enough of this rubbish. Yeah, definitely one of the gems of 2026, the Medway Valley line. And the 375's a pleasure to drive as well now with the improved sounds, which came from Sam, wasn't it? The old Train Sim Classic guy. Yeah, cheers, Josh. Cheers. Yeah, I'm kind of on a mixed view as to whether it kind of helped with viewer retention or not. You know, there might have been some of the, oh, we'll watch it to see what on earth this madman does next. Then there might have been others who, I can't be doing with this rubbish. It literally was a load of rubbish. Seems to be having a long think about loading up. Yeah, well, at least we can kind of narrow it down to a few moments on there, as it were. I get this funny feeling that this isn't loaded up. I've jinxed it, you see. I've talked about things, oh, this will be much easier. And then, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I've just seen a slight movement of the dial there, so it's not frozen totally. What is going on with this thing? Oh, no, it's not happy. Right, okay, we'll reload that again. I'm calling you Trigger from now on. Ah, excellent. Yeah, I like that. Yes, of course. Fits in nicely with the bins and everything as well. Yeah, yeah. What was the line? I think it was the first episode, or it's certainly the first episode that Trigger appeared in, and Rodney said, why is he called Trigger? Does he carry a gun? And Dal was, no, it's because he looks like a horse, which always has me in stitches every time. Yeah, it's a bit strange, that. The curse of the champion's choice, I think. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'll be Trigger. Pete says, I was a real numpty today. Drove the 2 miles to Blanavon to catch the 37, thrashing up the incline towards Fernie Sidings. 5-minute climb to the perfect point, but left my phone in the car. Oh, that's a nuisance. Well, at least you got to see it anyway. So we've got something a bit like that on the Churney Valley Railway up to the quarry. And that's, I think it's reputedly was one of the stiffest climbs on the whole of the British Rail network. Of course, that was still going until the 80s. I take it you didn't manage to get back to your car and then get your phone. I suppose the trouble is it's doing all that in this heat if you have the time as well. Right, so let's have another go. Hopefully it was just a quick blip on that. Sonarios, Unexpected Express. I mean, we've done 2 of them already, so... oh no, we haven't. We've done one of them, but a bad time. Right, fingers crossed. Tip, if you see a yellow signal start to slow down, the next signal is likely to be red, and you must stop in front of that.